Dámy a páni, vážení hostia, vitajte v štúdiu činohry Slovenského národného divadla.
Vzťahy sú asociácie. Čo vám napadne, keď počujete môj hlas? Je vám sympatický? Určite vám je sympatický. Musí byť. Bude vás totiž sprevádzať otváracím večerom 17. ročníka festivalu Fjúžn. Témou sú vzťahy. Témou festivalu, nie mojou. Ja som len hlas bez tela. Ja som nahrávka z reproduktoru. A stavím sa, že napriek tomu ma už máte radi. Lebo vytvárať si vzťahy je základom vášho života. Sú všade. Ľudia majú vzťahy s inými ľuďmi, so sebou, s mestami, so zvieratami, s vôňami a dokonca aj s vecami, ktoré vlastne neexistujú. Ale to je už potom niekedy na odbornú debatu. Každý z nás má vzťah so svojou rodnou krajinou a s krajinou, v ktorej žijeme. Tie dve sú častokrát veľmi odlišné. Dnes večer sa vám predstavia rôznorodí humans of fusion so svojimi rôznymi vzťahmi. A som si istá, že práve v tej pestrosti sa nájde každý z vás. Ja nie. Ja som len hlas. Bez tela. Do počutia. Aký máte vy vzťah so svojimi rodičmi? Nebojte sa, na konci večera vám nevystavím účet. Nehambite sa. Zdôverte sa mi. Veď sme už spolu trávili nejaký ten čas. Je náš vzťah už trochu dôverný? Prezradili by ste mi nejaké tajomstvo? Možno máte pocit, že ste si najbližší so svojou mačkou, lebo ona si vás proste vždy vypočuje. Možno máte romantický vzťah so svojím kávovarom. A možno máte v skutočnosti radi ten small talk s kolegom, pretože nemáte žiadne social skills. Áno, vy. V 3. rade. Zoznámte sa so sestrami Samantou a Barbarou.
In 2014, my father first came to Slovakia because of work and later stayed here. In 2016, we came to visit him, both of us together. Samanta met her now fiancé here. When we went back to Buenos Aires, where we were living at the time, she right away started to look for opportunities to come back to Europe, to be closer to him.
Well, it was also because I was looking for scholarships everywhere. I was looking in Canada, US, all over the world.
Well, yes, but I started considering this region because of him.
Yes, but not only Bratislava. I didn't have the region in mind, but you should say that we are living in Argentina, but we're actually from Brazil.
Yes. So, you stayed there how long until you came back to Slovakia? Was it a year?
6 months.
6 months. So Samantha stayed in Buenos Aires for a bit, working to gather some money. Well, she wanted to actually come back here. She wanted to study, but she also wanted to be with her now fiancé too. A year later, I followed her. I wanted to keep the family together. My father was here with his wife, my sister was here, and I was alone in Argentina. So it was because of also the economic situation in Argentina wasn't really good, but it was mostly for the family's sake more than anything. And this was 2018.
Well, I'm listening to this story, and yes, it's true, it happened this way, but it's just like a question of perspective. For me, it was not exactly just because of maintaining my family together, but for me, it was looking for new opportunities and scholarships. And then I met this nice man in a bar, and a bunch of things just came together. It wasn't hard for me to adapt here. I had many people, I had someone all the time. It wasn't scary to move to Europe or to Slovakia. Sometimes it was just really hard to deal with the Slovak culture. Like, when I came here, I was having these crazy debates with my fiancé all the time for these little misunderstandings for the cultural difference. So, it's like your Slovaks are like really straightforward. Like, you are not angry or rude, but you're really honest all the time.
And it can be offensive.
Well, in Latin America, you cannot see the truth. You have to lie. So if you have a food that you don't like, you have to look at the person, and then you have to, really good,
Well,
all
yes,
the time.
we try to be extra nice to everyone.
We call it like a kissing ass culture.
Oh, tell the lasagna story.
Okay, so it was my first week in Slovakia, and I wanted to cook nice things to my fiancé, and I made this lasagna, and I took like 2 hours cooking, and it was really good. That's my opinion. And then he ate, and I was just waiting, because in Brazil you eat, and then you are good, and he said nothing. So I was waiting for an answer, and he didn't say anything, and I asked, so did you like? And he said,
Well, a little bit salty, but okay.
like, now we adapted to each other. I became a little bit Slovak, he became a little bit Brazilian, and he starts every meal by saying how much he likes it.
Well, he got actually quite Brazilian, that's true. We first met him together when we came for this first visit in 2016, and since then he has changed a lot. He shows a lot of interest in our culture. He has learned some things, some words, and he's always trying to understand us. And this is the type of respect that I really appreciate. It is not that common.
I wouldn't call it respect, because we know no Slovak.
Well, so it's a respect from his side.
Well, the language is not about the respect, I don't think so. I could learn some Slovak, but it's just so hard. And some Slovak courses, that they can be really expensive.
Well, yes, it goes up to 3,000 euros.
So after a while, you are a foreigner in a country, in Slovakia, and you know some Slovak and you know some English, and it's just comfortable this way.
Yeah, but what I meant is that when he is with our family, he is trying to understand our culture and integrate. The same way that when you are with his family, you're trying to understand the Slovak culture. And this is the respect I'm talking about.
Yeah. But also maybe he's good with languages.
No, but it's not only the languages.
Okay, but the language is like not the only thing, but it's really important. When you are in a group of people, and people just start to speak Slovak, they are afraid of speaking English, so they even say to you, hey, you have been here for such a long time, why don't you learn some Slovak? And it's a little bit uncomfortable, because it's not like we haven't tried. But I understand like a little bit of Slovak, but I can't make a real conversation out of it, and it's really uncomfortable. Imagine that I will start to speak Slovak, I wish. Imagine that I will start to speak Portuguese with Barbara, and you guys won't understand anything. It maybe won't be about you, but also you will feel a little bit weird about it.
Você que escolheu a roupa dele hoje?
No.
Ah, dá pra ver, dá pra ver. E você viu que o pai chegou também? Eu achei que a careca brilhante aqui na frente era dele, mas não, é da lá atrás. E saindo daqui, você lembra onde é que tá o carro?
A primeira curva direita.
Ah, a primeira curva direita. You see, it could be about you. It could be a bad thing.
It could be a bad word. It's not, but you wouldn't know. You just feel a little bit lost and weird. Don't take me wrong. I love you people. I love Slovak culture. I love my Slovak friends, and I learned how to love them. But I felt excluded lots of times.
Plus, with the language comes a lot of your culture. You know, and it's different when you tell, for example, a joke to someone in Brazil, a Brazilian joke, and they will get it. It is different in other languages. Also, with the language comes a lot of your background. So I can talk with someone in English, but we miss these small jokes, these small things that make a friendship. And Actually, it is quite hard to make friendships here for me. I've been here for 4 years and I have 3 friends.
Okay, that's, like, for me it's easier. I have common friends with my fiance. Most of my friends are Slovak, all the 2 of them, and she is more connected to the foreigner community.
I don't actually have any foreign friends either.
Okay, so maybe it's also hard to make friendship with foreigners. It's like if they are in the same country as you and they have been there for the same amount of time, then it can work. But if they are just arriving in a new country and they have all these experiences that you already have been through and all these questions and same conversations all over again, then it can be a little bit annoying and you are not always patient with it. So I just don't like small talks.
Well, I like small talks. I'm a very talkative person, actually. I like to talk. And I sure have colleagues to go out and party and, have fun with. But friends, no, only these 3.
Well, we have me. And it's not like we're best friends, but we have more connection than most Slovaks siblings that we know that see each other like once a year.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So, like with the sibling, it doesn't matter if you have friends, don't have friends, or if you have fiancés. There's always someone that you're connected through life.
Yeah, plus, we had a different type of childhood and growing up together. To me, Samanta's only 3 years older, but she was more like a mother figure. She was guiding me in many ways, and I was following her, the same way that I followed her here to Slovakia. So I left Brazil when I was 17 years old, and I came to Slovakia when I was 21. And after such a long time, I feel like I've lost all of my Brazilianness. And this Brazilian energy is just fading away, slowly fading away.
It's a very common thing with foreigners, I would say. You start to identify with a new culture, and you no longer identify with some culture that you have from your other country. So
yeah, you're somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, you transform yourself in something else, like you have many identities, but no one fully. And it's an interesting feeling, like you belong nowhere.
Oh, that's the perfect explanation. You belong nowhere. But it's okay. It's not a problem. It's something that comes with the choices that we made in the past. And we're not complaining about it.
Yeah. We have no regrets. Like, the other perspective of it is that when you get to know other people, other cultures, and other histories, it's really fulfilling. It changes you inside in a nice way. And it makes me happy with who I am now.
Oh, me too. I'm happy with this combination of the 2 different worlds.
Yeah, 2 different worlds.
Yes. So that pretty much sums up the few minutes you listened to us, 2 different words. And thank you very much for your time. We're Samanta Lima and Barbara Lima.